Hello everybody, Boots MC here. I have decided to add on to our little mob spawning system. Down here we use an ethos idea for a spawner, but I got to thinking, hey, the AFK system using the witch spawners, that works, gives you massive amounts of essence and drops pretty quick. But what if you're not in a position to AFK? What if you're over there building something or visiting the village? Well, that's what we're going to do today. We are going to set up a spawner kind of like the one that we did previously using Ethos idea, and yeah, from there we're going to see what kind of drops we get. But I am going to get this set up. This here is going to be the ground level. I came up 26 blocks, and from there we are actually going to build outward to make it a little more efficient than the system we have down there. That system works, don't get me wrong, but we don't have enough area. So this is going to be a little more spread out and a few layers. And from there we'll add layers for efficiency. Now at the 26 blocks, I believe mobs won't move. They will spawn up to 124. 124 or 140, something like that. So you have to be within that range, but they won't actually move until you're within 40 blocks. Okay, so we have to be within 40 blocks for them to move, but they have to be out of range by 25 blocks, I believe. Could be wrong on all this, but so 25 blocks for them to spawn within 25 to 140, I believe, and 40 blocks for them to move. So we want to stay within the 25 to 40 block range. Now, if you're standing on the ground, you got one block at your feet and one block at face level, so that would put you at block 26 to be the 25. So this here, this is all 26. So I am going to get this filled in and we'll go from there. So I'll be right back. Okay, so what we have here is we got the 3x3 squares. As you can see, the outsides do not match up because the size of the spawning system down there. So what we actually have to do is bring every bit of this out one block at least. Whoops. Yeah, let's go 2. And this will give us our actual spawning pads all the way around, plus the wall. And I love doing this in creative because it's easier, but when you're actually doing it in survival, you can do it in bat form and do it just the same. Alright, so now we got that measured. Alright, so we're almost done with this. Yeah, so this should be pretty easy to build in survival. I've actually built a few of them. I've mostly stuck with the moving these spawners myself, but okay, another thing we're going to do is we are going to focus on 3 high max, and then we have the roof. So, then go up 4 more blocks. 2, 3, 4. And this is our basic first spawning pad. And each additional one is going to be identical to this. So, oh, you know what? We shouldn't do that. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and fill this in, get the walls done, add the conveyor belts to the outside parts of it where it doesn't extend out far enough, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got the walls. I am finishing up the conveyor belts now. I'm just aiming everything towards the inside. And then we got to do the roof. Now I have it on peaceful mode right now just so I'm not having to deal with spawning mobs right now. But I mean, that's it will work. I'm just not sure how much, but we will see soon. And once again, I'm kind of building this like I have pretty much everything else while recording. I haven't actually tried this out yet, so what I figure out, you will know as soon as I do. Well, kinda. Alright, so I'm gonna roof it. And then we gotta figure out how we're gonna have them drop. Because we don't want them to just drop and die right away, do we? I don't think so. But I'll do that and we'll be back here shortly. Okay guys, I forgot one thing. If we have it like this, we're going to have spiders, which we don't want. So we have to find the center point and put a half slab on each one. The spiders will spawn in a 2x2 area, and we need to eliminate that. Spiders will actually clog up the system and hold the mobs up in here, which we actually want them out as soon as possible, because the sooner they are out, the sooner more mobs will spawn. So these half slabs are going to keep them from spawning in here. Okay, another thing I did is to eliminate fall damage to the mobs. I put a vine right there. And now I'm wondering if that's going to grow down. So let's use a sign. Oops. See if a sign. There we go. Yeah, so a sign will work. Okay. Now this right here, I wanted to keep them going a kind of short distance. So this is going to keep them at that short distance, but it will drop them off. And I am keeping this at 3 high because we want Enderman to be able to fall. And we are almost done. I'm using the clear glass this time. And I'm going to add some light. I know that doesn't match, but oh well. I'm going to add some light up here because we don't want anything spawning up here. That should give us our mob drop. Okay, so we have our first layer, and we are going to see how well that works. Let me change the settings to hard. I don't know if putting it on hard makes any difference or not, but well, that doesn't take very long for things to spawn out here, does it? Okay, so far. Oh man, I know what I did wrong. I've got light. Oh well. Fix that real quick. So now there is no light in there, and we should soon have mobs dropping. And here they come. Well, maybe that's not such a good idea. Let's try this. I just don't want them to drop in there. Alright, so the first layer is working. Not seeing a creeper come down. Wait, those things just keep falling off of there, don't they? Oh, there's a creeper. Wonder if that's our creeper. Alright, so we're gonna let this sit for a little while, see what we get, and we'll be back. Okay, it appears we do have mobs dropping. Not a massive rate, but a pretty good rate. We have a bat flying around in there, but yeah. So the system seems to be working, so I'm going to add to it real quick and see if we can make it more efficient. And we'll be back. Okay, we got the second layer, and once again, trying to avoid fall damage on these guys, I made it so they all go to this one side and down, and then they will be pushed to the center. That way they aren't getting a lot of fall damage up here or from dropping down, because it is going to cause some damage if they do, and that we don't want. And I put lights on the outside to indicate a separation. Oh, and I didn't do it here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure that's not. Yeah, make sure there's no light in there. Okay, and this is going to separate the levels for us, or show us where the level separation is, so we know how many levels are on there. That doesn't seem right, but next we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Anyway, so it shows us how many levels we have, but that's not real important. Now we got to get it closed off. And see how well it works once again. Alrighty. I'll be back when I get this done. Okay. Now we do have mobs dropping. They are dropping kind of consistently. So far we are getting skeletons, couple zombies. I think I saw a creeper or two in there. But yeah, that's building up quick, and as you can see, our emerald farm is working pretty good. Quite a few villagers going through there. This efficiency seems to be off and on this. I see that we have an Enderman, so it's working there. But yeah. So far so good. And hopefully this works out for us. Alrighty, well, for now, I'm going to call it good. Play with this a little bit more, see if we can make it a little more efficient, possibly add some layers to it. Thank you for watching. You have a great day. Bye-bye.